New details today on Chicago's migrant crisis from Brighton Park to Morgan Park.
After the state said the first migrant tent site was a no-go, plans are still in play to put up tents at 115th and Halsted. CBS 2's Sabrina Franza live for us at that site with the latest on what's happening there. Sabrina?
Well, there's nothing happening here right now, but sources are telling us that could change very soon. The city might be moving the tents from Brighton Park here to Morgan Park, and if people will move in, well, that's pending another environmental review.
The land at 115th and Halsted is already covered in concrete.
It's been concrete and so forth all throughout, which I think it lends itself to why the site was viable in the first place.
Alderman Ronnie Mosley sat down with us to talk about the site. All eyes are on his ward after the state shut down the city's first chosen migrant tent location in Brighton Park over environmental concerns.
How is this site different than 38th in California?
The city noted that maybe there was a cleaners at one point in time there, and depending on how that cleaners got rid of their materials, that could be the only thing that they would foresee.
Different than in Brighton Park, where the former alderman told CBS 2 the site had been previously assessed for a school and a park, but was abandoned over the same environmental issues.
I'm quite surprised because the Public Building Commission knew that that site was contaminated.
Also different, an environmental review is in the works in Morgan Park before construction even begins. We're told soil was taken for testing 2 weeks ago. In Brighton Park, the two are happening simultaneously.
We're just waiting for the results. The city said once those results come in, they'll share a timeline, and they're going to have a meeting to share the operations of that site.
Now our sources say the city plans on taking down the Brighton Park tents and moving them to Morgan Park, abandoning the gravel they laid down to solve the issue of contaminated soil and trading it for the concrete in this former Jewel parking lot. In Morgan Park, the alderman says the tents have an expiration date by October 31st, 2024. He was promised the tents would come down and Morgan Park Commons could break ground.
It's very important to us because we have Morgan Park Commons, which is going to be residential housing, over 280 units. So we want to make sure that it's safe for our residents in the 21st ward.
Alderman Ronnie Mosley told us that this site is not listed as one of those where the state has ultimate control, so it's possible they won't be able to pull the plug like they did in Brighton Park pending the environmental results here. The state has, though, invested millions of dollars into the Morgan Park Commons project. Our sources say that we expect the environmental results to be finished as soon as Friday. We're live in Morgan Park. Sabrina Franza, CBS 2 News.
Thank you, Sabrina.
Meanwhile, 3 aldermen are so upset about how the shelter site was handled in Brighton Park, they're calling for the resignations of 7 people at City Hall.
When you have people who are advising the mayor on sites like this, making decisions on sites like this that are putting people in harm's way, is doing a total disservice to the people of the city of Chicago.
We are a city where no one is above accountability, and the mayor must stand and show that he is not above it either.
Now, these are the 7 city officials they want to step down. They are deputy mayors, project managers, a deputy chief of staff, and deputy commissioners. Alderman Beal, Lopez, and Anthony Napolitano wrote a letter to the mayor saying these workers need to resign after the city spent taxpayer funds on that failed shelter attempt. The city is defending the employees, saying they are doing, quote, very serious work in addressing the urgency of a humanitarian crisis.
As we speak, the number of migrants in Chicago continues to grow. At least 7 more buses are expected to arrive in the city today. That brings the total number of new arrivals to more than 24,000 since August of last year.